What's up, weirdos, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer. And guess what? It is time for another Quickie. This one's not going to be a movie haul, though. This is going to be me covering a very fantastic animated series on HBO Max, also known as just Max now. It is called Scavengers Reign. And it is just a fascinating thing I came across that I wanted to kind of share to you guys, because I didn't really know it was out there until I started seeing things pop up about it, of people kind of asking questions on the movie or on the series. So I figured I'd do kind of a little segment here to kind of give you an idea of what it was like and my thoughts on it, and some of the questions I have about the inspiration, because it is almost a carbon copy of one of my favorite graphic novels from France. So there's just a lot of weird things in this whole thing, but get down to brass tacks. It is Scavengers Reign. It is a story that follows a group of people all separated in different parts of a planet who kind of crash land after there's a malfunction on their spaceship. Futuristic space age kind of world, where people travel from planet to planet and, you know, get resources from planets and things like that. But this is like a colony ship where there's like a whole bunch of people frozen in stasis. And so the people that are the ones that are trying to survive on the planet's surface, who crash land down there. Their pretty much main goal is to get back to the ship and kind of release the crew so they can kind of save their lives before they kind of are depleted from their life systems. But the real interesting thing about the show is that it really centers on the planet that they're on and the flora and fauna of the planet. So there's a lot of interesting characters and plant life that they have to kind of wrestle with and survive. A lot of really trippy visuals, over the top strangeness and bizarre stuff happening all the time. And yeah, it's just an interesting kind of, almost like a documentary style survival of these people trying to get back to their ship or just get off planet. But really amazing show. The animation is beautiful. If you know anything about Mobius's artwork, there's a lot of like qualities in that. They've taken a lot of liberties and kind of bringing that style of life. And it's just a beautiful kind of series altogether from beginning to end. Really great animation style, and it's a good adult animation series that we're kind of lacking in most parts. I mean, like the days of heavy metal back in the day had a lot of animated adult content. I know Japan with Akira and that kind of wave that hit. There's a lot of awesome anime out there. This is a nice kind of American version, and it's funny to say it's an American version because it is kind of made by American animators and creators, but they're taking a lot of inspiration, and I don't know if they've even said they're inspired by this stuff, but a lot of French comics, and like I said, Mobius's artwork. So the French comic that is like one of my favorites is Worlds of Aldebaran. I always say it wrong, so I probably screwed it up. And there's also that series, and then a continuation of Betelgeuse, I believe, and then there's even more that go on, Layers or something like that. But they're all centered around pretty much scientists going to different planets and kind of dealing with the flora and fauna. So it's a lot of interesting storylines, but it's like almost it's a spitting image of that animated style as well into this series. So they take a lot of the similar creatures too. It's just a very I'm going to say it's a blatant ripoff of the Worlds of Aldebaran by Leo, a French comic writer. And yeah, I hope they paid somebody off for that, because they're going to get sued by them, because it is pretty much exactly that comic. And if you even go back into the earlier videos on the channel, I actually did a segment that was called Film This, where I would take like graphic novels and comics and things that I would like to see adapted in live action, but also in just animated form as well. And that was one of them. Worlds of Aldebaran was one of the specific ones that I think is one of the first ones I did, because I really wanted that one to come to fruition somewhere. So it's kind of amazing, that it did happen eventually through HBO Max in this series, but it's kind of bittersweet if it doesn't have anything to do with Leo, the creator, and his work. So I don't really know, but yeah, it still puzzles me after watching the whole series. Like, I watched behind the scenes trying to see if they had any inspiration at all from any of those French comics, and it never came up, so I don't know. It was in trivia on IMDb, but I don't know if that's just something somebody put in. But great series overall, even though it does rip off a whole bunch of elements from the French comic and Leo's work. But yeah, definitely check it out if you like outside the box kind of animation. There's just so many weird elements to the series. A lot of strange body horror in there too as well, where just like people get infected by certain venomous bites from insects, and just the plant life and how everything kind of has a tactical sense and a functionality. It's a really awesome series. But yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Definitely check it out. And if you're interested, check out those graphic novels as well. You can get them on Amazon. They're all English translated ones, and just really fascinating stuff all around on both sides of the animated side with the series and with the graphic novel side of things. Awesome stuff, and just something I want to shoot your guys' way, do a little quickie on it, and kind of show you some of the visuals and show you what it's all about, and recommend it because it really is awesome and just something a little bit out of the norm that you don't really see. And I want it to do well so it can kind of continue along, because the series has a 12-episode arc. All the characters have a great kind of rise and fall and kind of a growth throughout it, and they all kind of have an ending of the series. So it'll be interesting to see if they expand it with those same characters in a different situation, or if they do new stuff, if there is a series 2. But yeah, just a really good quality first season, and a compelling story. But guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment below, because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next Lucid Nightmare. See ya!